Soy guapo, lo sé, las mujeres se calientan, ya lo sé. Hey guys, it's your boy John Marco Balke, you know, the one true Guapo himself, the governor of Guap, yours truly, El Grandpapi Chulo himself. I am on my way back from day 2 of Record of the Year. I'm almost back home. I forgot to record, you guys. I forgot to record on my way here. Well, no, what happened was my GoPro hadn't been charged well enough, and one of my charging cables is not working well anymore. So that was the problem. So I knew I had to charge it on the way, and I just told myself I'll charge it. I'll record on the way back. But it was such a long day. I had so many other thoughts in my head. I kind of felt dejected at the end. Correct me if I'm using that word improperly. But one of the funny things about it is that I was still talking the whole time, as if I would be recording. Well, I was talking to God the whole time. When I never think of it as talking to myself. When I talk to myself, to me, that's not real. If God's always listening, I'm talking to Him. So I talk to myself, but I talk as if I know that He's listening no matter what. So sometimes it's like I'm directly talking to Him, and sometimes I'm just going on, you know, to myself. But I'm keeping in mind that He's listening to me. But yeah, I still talked the whole ride anyway about the whole experience and the whole day. And then it wasn't until I was crossing the the San Rafael Bridge? Is that the one I'm thinking about? The Richmond Bridge? The Richmond Bridge. That was when I was like, wait a minute, I should have been recording. So yeah, guys, the other funny thing is that you missed out the view. I took the Golden Gate Bridgeway and I drove through South Salado and Marin County. You missed all of it. I am so sorry. That would have been a good thing to record, a good thing to capture for you guys, mis guapaholics, you know, not mis guapaholics, mis guaponaticos, the guapanatics, the fanatics. You guys, that's what I call my fan base, or the people, not even fan base. Guapanatics are the people who, for whatever reason, they look at me or they listen to me and they feel understood. They feel less alone. They feel like this guy, this is my guy. If he wins, I feel like I won. So if you feel that way, seeing me win or seeing me succeed or move up, then yeah, I would say you're a guapanatic or guapanatico. If you feel that way. But yeah, no, Record of the Year day 2, it was fun. It was fun. It wasn't really even the production's fault that I feel dejected at all. It's just me, you know. For some reason I was just feeling really hard on myself, you know, for the lack of connection to other people while I was waiting and while I was talking to people. Because usually when you connect with new people for these gigs, it feels very fulfilling. It feels very nice. And I just wasn't feeling that way today. I did get some Instagrams, and it was like, no, it wasn't terrible. Like, no, I'm thankful for talking to certain people, meeting certain people today. It was great. And seeing certain people. It was so great to see this girl who, I don't want to butcher her name, so I'm not going to say her name, but maybe I'll say her name if on a later tape, a later recording. But seeing this girl who I met at 10,000 hours a few weeks ago. Seeing her was nice, like, oh my god, it's you again. And then meeting some other girl who was like around my same age and kind of like, you know, off the bat, it sounded she was like easily more relatable to me than anybody else who I had talked to all day. And that's so refreshing to meet somebody like that. Or off the bat, it's like, oh my god, I'm feeling the same way, or that's me. I didn't feel forced or anything. I think that's the problem, is that most of the time when I talk to people today, or there were too many times I talked to people today, and it just felt forced, and I just felt empty talking to some of them. Like, I felt like, is this really what I want to be doing right now? Do I really want to talk to you? Or am I just talking to you because I feel like I have to or I should? And that's a big difference, you know? You should talk to people because you want to, because you're engaged. And it can kind of be a little depressing sometimes when you realize you're talking to somebody and you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know why you're talking to them, really. You're just talking for the sake of it. And just... yeah, guys, that's why I feel dejected. There's too much of that today. There was a little bit of that on Friday, too. But I'm able to look at Friday more positively. Either way, actually, you know, the stuff that I actually got to do for Record of the Year these first 2 days were very fun. You know, I love dressing up. I love the costumes. You know, I love the fact how I'm an important character hiding in plain sight. Because I've been technically working as a background character and an extra, but I'm still trying to be in character. I'm still the bartender. You know, I'm still staring at the main protagonist and watching her very closely. So it's like, it feels like what I am doing is, even though I'm background, I'm playing an Easter egg. So for that, I love that. When I look at it that way, I love it. And, you know, despite the dejected feeling I had at the end, or lack of social connection that I felt from today, I'm still extremely grateful to the director, the writer, for this opportunity. Will you shut up, Siri? Or fucking navigation? I was trying to tell these people something. I was spitting that wit for them.
At the light, turn left onto San Pablo Avenue.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep ignoring me. That's fine. Well, I could really just cut this now. I am on my way to church, guys. I'm probably late. We're going to be late. It's whatever. Did someone message me? No. I'll check things out. Oh my god, my phone. Okay. But yeah, that's just how I feel right now, day 2. But no, I love dressing up as a hippie. I love dressing up in 90s grunge. I love just dressing up in general. So, hey, that alone is fun. But on top of that, the fact that I got to play an Easter egg and still technically be this important character, this bartender hiding in plain sight, that's very cool. That's very fulfilling. So yeah. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie, there's some people who are missing today that I kind of missed. Hopefully I see them again, or... well, there's one of them who were like, I have his Instagram, and so, you know, I don't have to miss him. I can message him. We already talked a little bit, and so I don't have to miss that guy, but it was still would have been nice to have him today. So if he watches this, guy, you know, Justin, I'll say your name because I'm putting you over. I appreciate you, man. You were missed today. I was actually telling people about him today. He's a cool guy. He has this brilliant script. I didn't tell him about the script because it's his script. It should be him who's promoting his work, really. But, and I don't think I want to give them too much details without permission. But I just kept telling them he's a cool guy. You know, he was a PA. His script's great. And I'm telling you guys, for now, this is all I'm telling you, is that cool guy. His script is great. So, shout out to Justin. We love shout outs here. We love giving people their flowers.